Muvhidhiyo rino tichanzwa mutungamiri wekereke yeJesus Revelation Ministries Apostle Chiwenga vachitaura zviprofita uye zviprofita zvacho zvichizadzika maringe nezvematongerwo enyika emuZimbabwe. Muzviprofita zvavo zvavakaita makore ekumashure anosanganisira ma2015 nema2019, Apostle Chiwenga vakataura nemo zvaizoitika mugore ra2026 kusanganisira zveConstitutional Amendment Bill No. 3 nezvimwe zvakawanda. Uyewo muzviprofita izvi vakabudawo pachena kuti kuuya kuchaita ishe Constitutional Amendment Bill No. 3 kuchakonzeresa kuchinjwa kwemutungamiri wenyika uye kuchinjwa kwemutungamiri wenyika iyi. Muzviprofita zvavo vachiwenga vakataura vatungamiri wenyika aizouya achitsiva aripo izvezvi. Tinokutendai chaizvo nekutitsigira pano paShuviro TV uye rambai muchisubscribe kuchannel kwedu, kukomenta, kulaika pamwe nekushare mavhidhiyo edu kuti tirambe tichikunzirai nhau dzakasiyana-siyana dzamunokwanisa kutadza kunzwa pama-traditional news sources. Muvhidhiyo rino takusiyai muchinzwa mashoko aApostle Chiwenga sezvavachange vachiratidza kuti zviprofita zvavo zvakazadzika zvavakaita makore ekumashure.
And in that prophecy I said, the Lord spoke to me and said, are you praying for this country? And I wondered what kind of a question that was. I said no, because that is not what I was doing. And he said, when a leader has been given a mandate to lead a country, a nation, or any community at any level, it always happens because God has done it. God is the one who ordains leaders. Every leadership is given a tenure, a time frame. When will that begin and when will it end? So I was given an insight. The Lord said, this current leadership you have has outlived its tenure. But it happened for a purpose. I said so many things. There was a man who could have become the president of this country more than 10 years ago. He was given a prophecy. He went down south to look for some powers to make it happen. And because of that, he was taken out of the plan to be the leader. But the leader that we are going to have, the leader that God said is coming, he is coming from the same province that this other leader came from. But the one who would have been the president, he died before or without being the president. I want to clarify that the person is not Morgan Tsvangirai, because when I said it, Morgan Tsvangirai was still alive. Concerning the latter, I remember giving a prophecy in 2015. In that prophecy, I was saying, the Lord said to me, this man, Morgan Tsvangirai, was not meant to be the president of this country. He was only given a mandate to start a revolution, to start the process that is going to give the nation a new leader. He was not designed to be the president of this country. I said it, and I also said that his time to go is nigh. In 2015, by then he had not come out in the open with the issue of this cancer that eventually claimed his life. Nobody believes the prophet or the prophecy because it is not meant for non-believers. It is meant for believers. The man is not yet 40 years old. That is what I said in 2014. But by the time he is going to be the president, he would have reached 40 years of age. He shall be a unifier. He shall bring peace. He shall dry tears on people's cheeks. And he is going to lead the country. He is not going to rule. He is going to be a leader and not a ruler. In show now we say, arikuya kuzotungamira kwete kuzotonga. So by that time I said, he is not coming now. Because before he comes, there is an interim system that is going to come. He is not going to take over from the current system. There is another leadership coming, and he is going to take over from that leadership. I said it. You can watch the video. On YouTube is there. There are so many sermons in which I was repeating that prophecy. And I also gave another prophecy different from this one, in which I said I saw a lunchbox that was full of milk. It was set on top of a rock. And everyone was hungry. and it was understood that the only way you can deal with your hunger is by drinking the milk in the lunchbox. But the lunchbox was worn out. It was at the verge of breaking, and everyone wanted to touch that lunchbox. And I saw myself at the back of the crowd. The large rock was like here, and the whole nation was around it, pushing and shoving. Everyone wanted to take the lunchbox to himself and drink all the milk alone. And I was behind the crowd trying to find if I'm going to find an opportunity to also lay my hands onto the lunchbox. A voice said to me, "You know what? This lunchbox is very complicated. If anyone here lays his hands on this lunchbox, it will break and no one will drink the milk. Someone will come and change the lunchbox for you. The milk is going to be shared amongst the people after this lunchbox has been taken out. You are going to be given a new container." But as I saw the vision, I saw a woman. And I even said the words, "Stop it," in that prophecy. I said those words in 2015. I said it. So everything that we are doing today, everything that we are seeing today, we have given the prophecies that are now more than 3 years old. Everything that we are seeing today. Now, these are some of the prophecies I gave. The other one is concerning the apple. I said I saw an apple, and the apple was rotten inside. And the apple was causing trouble to everyone. And I heard a voice saying, "Don't worry, no one is going to stop the evil works that this apple is doing. No one has the power to do that. It is going to break from inside." And as I saw the wind driving the apple in the air, going everywhere, I saw the seeds in the apple fighting. And the voice said to me, "These seeds inside the apple, they are going to bring the demise of this apple." And when the fight intensified, the apple was just about to hit against a tree, and each time that was about to happen, it would go sideways, it would survive. But as the fight intensified, eventually it hit against the tree, it fell down, and everyone saw the worms that were inside the apple. And I said in that prophecy, the apple is a political party that is in this country. So I'm going to be very careful again, because there are certain things that I am not allowed to say as I give the prophecies that I'm going to give today. Take note of them, write them down. If it is God who has given me the prophecies, they will surely come to pass. I gave another prophecy. I saw a coffin with a Zimbabwean flag on it coming back into Zimbabwe. And I saw those flies, which are known in Shona as Magreen Bomber, flanking the plane carrying that casket coming back to Zimbabwe. I said that we are going to lose a national leader, but he's going to die outside the country. Did I not give that prophecy? I gave that prophecy. I gave that prophecy. Whether or not the prophecy has been fulfilled, that is for you to judge. My duty is to just say what the Lord has given me. I will not give a prophecy and come back to you and say to you, the prophecy was fulfilled there, the prophecy was fulfilled there. That is not the duty of the servant of God. And before I give the prophecies I'm going to give today again, let me emphasize, I am not a prophet in the understanding of these prophets that you have. I am not like one of them. I am a prophet in the sense that I testify about Jesus. Testifying about Jesus is the highest level of prophecy. Everything else we may say, these are just some dessert that you are eating after the main meal. He has died. And the people that are coming, they see that there is no life in this person. And what they are saying is, let us find out from the doctors what has killed this person. There is a post-mortem that has been conducted on this person. And there are people questioning the credibility of the pathologist. Could they have been paid to say he died from a natural disease while he was sleeping, or he was murdered? Nobody is able to explain how this person has died. I'm using the words this person because I do not want to disclose whether he is a man or she is a lady. Those are some of the details that I will only know about. I am not allowed to say them. But the person has died. And a lot of people had hopes on this person. He or she was a very big man in the political structures of this country. But there is no enough evidence to explain how this person has lost his or her life. But the story takes some twists and turns to the extent that there are certain family members that are now pointing fingers to some other family members saying, I think this one knows what happened to this one. But when investigations are done on those relatives, nothing concrete is discovered. The story ends like that. A lot of people are left with only but speculations as to what happened to this person. Was this person murdered? Or this person died a natural death? This is the problem. But a lot of people are going to be left orphaned because of the death of that person. Because a lot of people expected that person to do something for the betterment of people's lives. A lot of people had hopes on this person, but the person has died. And nobody can explain what really happened. Did God know that this person was dying? Yes, he knows. That's why I'm giving this prophecy. Why did God allow that person to attract a lot of attention? And many people are expecting that is going to change things. And yet God knew that this person was losing his or her life. God is doing it because he wants to divert people's attention from seeing somebody else behind the scenes whose God's eyes are looking at. And I want to assure you this afternoon that this person has not died a natural death. But nobody is going to discover who has done it, because it is a clean job. Even though it is a clean job, God is going to punish those that would have done the clean job. If people are going to look at punishments that God is going to mete against certain people, only the punishment is going to show the people who would have done it. By monitoring the punishments of God in the country, people are going to discover the culprits. But outside the punishments, no forensic investigations are going to bring out the culprits. It is a smart job. That is the first prophecy. That is the first prophecy. So people are going to say, if he had not gone there, maybe he or she could not have died. Some are going to say, maybe it is food poisoning. Some are going to say, maybe they strangled this person to death. But the pathologists are going to say, no, we don't see evidence of suffocation. This is not death by stranglement. So this is the end of the prophecy. I am not going to give any further details regarding the prophecy. Keep it. If God is true, it will come to pass. It will come to pass. I don't want anyone to call me concerning this prophecy. I'm warning you. Tell your neighbor, don't try to talk to Apostle Chiwenga about this prophecy. This is the last time you are hearing this prophecy from me. The second prophecy, it concerns the coming elections. The people of Zimbabwe are going to be seriously disappointed again. The people of Zimbabwe are going to be disappointed again. And the people are going to ask, did anything wrong happen? Was there some vote rigging, some vote buying, election engineering? I don't know. Even myself, I don't know. What I know is the plan of God is not yet ripe. It is still being cooked. The person is not meant to lead this country this year. And tomorrow I'm going to tell him that. I'm going to see him. Because ever since I gave him the prophecy, I talked to him. I talked to him on Thursday. He wanted to see me last week. I was not available. I couldn't meet with him. So I called him on Thursday and said, can we meet? I think we can meet now. And he said he was going out. So I'm going to tell him, like I told him, that things were going to happen like this. The person I'm talking about is the person that is the beneficiary of the 2014 prophecy that is going to lead this country. He was not yet 40 years in 2014, but he is now 40 years of age. Whatever he's doing, he is not yet ripe to lead this country. Patience is a difficult virtue. A lot of people are not patient. He is not doing anything wrong. What he's doing is right. But he is not working to get the victory in the elections. He was not designed to win this election. This election has no winner. God is the only one winning this election. The procedure of this gospel we are preaching, this gospel we are preaching is the one that is controlling the politics of this country. You may not believe it. You may not believe it, but this is the truth. Write it down. Muchaita stress. Mukatarisira zvinhu zvisina kurongwa naMwari. Ina handina stress. Nekuti Mwari akanditaurira, endari kunditaurira. The person that is leading this country today is the one who is going to win the election. Not because people love him, but because the preparations that this one who is coming, that he's supposed to do, he has not even started the preparations. So the next 5 years are a preparation period for him. You don't like it, ask your neighbor, do you like it? I want you to go on YouTube and check the prophecy we gave in 2014. It had a long period of time. If you add the years in that prophecy, you actually agree with what I'm saying now. Baba Mafuta, I want to say something. 5 more years. And probably more than 5. If he doesn't do the homework that he has to do enough. The people that he's working with today are not the people that he is scheduled to enter into government with. And the reason why he's given 5 years, God wants him to shed off the caliber of the people that he's working with. He's working with the crooks. He's working with the people that do not tell him the truth, people that are court jesters to him. They say, you will make it. This country does not need a dreamer. This country needs a father. Somebody who can look at some wounds and say, let us do something to heal them. This country needs somebody with ears to listen. This country has had a leadership that does not listen to its people since it got independent from the British colonial rule. We have adamant, daft-minded leaders who think about themselves. You cannot be a leader if you are thinking about yourself. A leader listens to those that he is leading. I thank God that he has given me a role to play in these things. And I'm doing it as God instructs me. The unfortunate thing is, I'm not an easy person to spend time with. I don't say things that people want to hear. I'm an enemy to the people. You don't want to listen to me. You are enduring this prophecy right now. You are saying, oh, shh. He has started again. Things are working well for us. We were thinking 3 months' time, all things will be fine. Let us wait and see who has actually heard from God. I blow the trumpet and I go into hiding. I hibernate. Someone is thinking about looking for me to ask things from me. What was I prophesying about? Someone is struggling. Others are advising him, don't speak to him. Don't speak to that little boy. What does he have to tell you? And others are saying, but everything that he prophesies, they come to pass. You need to speak to him. Why could you go to seek for a sorcerer from Nigeria to give you some prophecy, which prophet is all known, well known for giving false prophecies? Speak to this young man. And others are saying, what will he say? He said the prophecy already. He doesn't like you. So he's still thinking about whether he should call me or whether he will not call me. He's thinking about it. So the Lord was saying, he may call you, he may not call you. But this is what you're going to tell him if he calls you. He is not going to change this country, this one who is thinking about calling me or not calling me. That's what I'm talking about now. But if he calls me, there is some piece of advice that I'm going to give him that is going to help him to just do a few changes to the problems of this country, a few of them. But that does not bring a permanent solution to our sick economy, our dead and stinking economy. But it may give some people some reprieve for a short while. This one is playing the role of Saul in the kingdom of David. And I'm not going to explain further about the role of Saul in the kingdom of David. But this one is going to play that role. I was hearing a sound from a very distant place, and the sound is the sound of a woman. And I saw people seated down complaining. We thought that the problematic woman is no longer there. There is a new problematic woman in the Zimbabwean politics. It is a sound from a distant place. And I saw people in fear. We can't say anything about this one. This one is too powerful. But as time goes on, there are going to be uprisings within the family, within the camp of people who are complaining because their feathers have been ruffled by this woman. But there is going to be an intervention. Somebody is going to be bold enough to stop this woman from going amok like the other woman. But is this intervention in time enough to avert some trouble? Or it is going to be an intervention that will be too little, too late? We don't know. But the intervention is going to open fresh wounds, and there's going to be some bickerings again. And the people who are so close today, they are going to walk separate ways because of that woman. That says the Lord.
Ichi ndechimwe chezviprofita zvakapiwa munyika yeZimbabwe chine udzamu kana kuti umboo hwakawanda achava mutungamiriri mutsva wenyika yeZimbabwe. Uye vazhinji vachitarisa vanogona kuti pada mashoko ayo anoreva kuti ndevachamisa. Zvimwe zvishoma zvingatiratidza kuti panorehwa vachamisa inyaya yokuti pataurwa zvavatsvangirai zvikanzi munhu aifanira kunge akatungamirira achitora kuna vaMugabe havazi vatsvangirai. Vatsvangirai vakangunzi vatange democratic process. Asi anofanira kuti ange achizotungamirira Zimbabwe kubva kuopposition yavatsvangirai ndiye akange asati asvitsa 40 years. Uyezve panotaurwa dzimwe nyaya dze-election ya2018 zvinoreva izvo zvinojekesa pachena kuti ndivachamisa vanorebwa kana kuti vanorehwa muchiprofita ichi, zvichireva izvo kuti varipo pakati peunhongwa-nhongwa nokunge vachigadzirisa nyika. Uye vane vanhu vari kunzi vari kushanda navo, vanhu vanovaiwo makoronyera, vanhu vanovai vasina kumira zvakanaka. Tikatarisa mamwe mapato ese haana vanhu ivavo kunze kwebato kandarira vachamisa. Saka chiprofita ichi mukunzvera kwese, mukukwenenzverwa kwazvo, tinoramba tichidzoka pamutungamiriri umwe chete anovai vachamisa. Kana takatarisa zvimwe zvese zviri kuitika, hurumende yakazouya pakati apa ndiyo hurumende yatiinayo iyi, uye yakataurwa ichinzi haina chimwe chaichaita chichagona kuchinja kana kushandura nyika yeZimbabwe kuti zvinhu zvinge zvichimira zvakanaka. Tiri kuona zvese izvozvo zvichiitika. Uye mutungamiriri mutsva ari kuuya munyika yeZimbabwe achauya kuri kuda kwaMwari kwete kuti kuda kwake. Haana zvimwe zvakanyanya kukura zvaachafanirwa kuita, asi kuti kuda kwaMwari ndiko kuchange muchingozadziswa. Iye ane zvishoma zvaanofanira kungoita kuti azvigadzirire kuti ange achitungamirira nyika yeZimbabwe. Saka chiprofita ichi chiprofita chakatariswa navanhu vese kana chakatariswa navanhu vazhinji kuti zadzikiso yacho ichange yakamira sei, zadzikiso yacho ichange ichizofamba sei. Tiudzeiwo mafungiro enyu nemaonero enyu mucomment section